Okay, here's a product that I bought. Links in the description. You can pick it up on Amazon. This is a thermomate. Now, you'll see a lot of people buying those heaters that connect to those little tanks. I don't want to say their name, and they've even got all kinds of issues and problems with them. So, why is this better? Now, I would suggest I bought this to use inside a tent. And I didn't buy it to use inside a tent at night when I'm sleeping. I bought it to take the edge off so I can set it in my tent. I can turn it on with a clickable button, and I can take the edge off during the day. So if I'm sitting around, if I'm doing something, I'm awake. Now, I also keep a carbon dioxide detector inside the actual tent when this is running, which I suggest you do. Now, the same thing applies when you get into canvas tents and they start running wood stoves. I have no idea why they're doing that. I mean, if you're planning on staying in a wood stove forever, in a tent forever, maybe that's a cheaper way of doing it. But the only thing I never liked about wood stoves is they burn for 2 or 3 hours. They go out. You're not getting any sleep doing that. I mean, you need a minimum of 6 hours so you enter REM and so you feel good the next day. So it didn't make any sense to me why they're running those wood stove. I guess it's just gimmicky to make you feel good. Oh, look at my fire. I don't know. Didn't make any sense to me. I even hummed and hawed about buying something like this. But the reason I went to this is it's got wheels. It falls over. It shuts off automatically. But watch what happens when I turn this around for you guys. Look at this. You literally put a propane tank in from a store and connect the hose and turn it on. This thing burns, I don't know, I think it was like 79 hours or something. I mean, you're definitely going to get a good night's sleep, actually a good week. You turn that on only at night and you got a carbon dioxide detector and everything, and your tent's big enough to handle it, you're going to be pretty warm. Now, I would suggest if you buy this, you turn it on outside because it will come off with a smell right off the bat. You need to burn it outside for a good, I don't know, 15 minutes or so. And it makes it easy to shut off, turn on. It's pretty cool. You notice it's got wheels on it when I turn it around. That's pretty awesome. But no assembly. It came with this thing, and we had to clip that on after putting the propane tank on. Now, a word to the wise. If you buy these from the grocery store, like I did, do not take them back and exchange them. They are not full of propane. You know, they're like 3/4. So you got the propane tank. When it runs out, take it to Tractor Supply and get it filled up there. And then you're going to find your tank is going to be filled with propane. That is the best way to do it. And you get the most propane for your buck. It's actually cheaper than going and buying it at the grocery store. But let's say you're stuck. Let's say you're going camping, you forgot the propane tank, and you're like, oh man, what am I going to do now? Well, any garage station or grocery store you pull into, they got those propane tanks out there. You can pick them up quick. And your whole trip is not messed up. So this thing truly is worth its weight in gold as far as I'm concerned. Now, propane never goes bad either. Never goes bad. I mean, I've had propane tanks under the stairs here in my bunker for 10 years. You know, I've got, I don't know how many propane tanks. I got like probably 10 of them. And some of them are there for in case of emergency. Some of them I use. And it's just amazing because it never goes bad. It's not like gasoline. It is a source of energy that will pretty much do anything you want. But you have 3 settings with this. Okay? You can turn on 1 wafer, and that's low. Medium, you'll have 2 wafers on. And then you'll have 3 wafers on. So, okay. I turned some lights off so you can see this, and you'll see where the wafers are getting red. I've got it on high, and you'll see all 3 will slowly get red, and you'll see the heat's on. So this is really cool. Now to turn this on, all I did was turn it to pilot, push the button down, turn it to pilot, hit the button, boom, it lit. Push the button down and start turning it to whatever I want, low, medium, high. And I'm automatically throwing heat. Man, the heat that's coming out of that is something else. you will literally warm up a place very, very quickly. But like I said, pay attention to carbon dioxide. Make sure you get a couple testers if you're going to use this or any form of things that eat up oxygen. Last thing you want to do is end up dead. But this is quite convenient when the propane tank just fits in the back. And that's what's really nice about this. So I can disconnect this, or I can leave it in there, set it in the back of my truck, and when I go camping, I say, oh, it's going to be cold tonight. So I'm going to take this out of the truck, put it in the tent, and now we're going to be nice and warm. But I don't usually run any form of heat at night when I sleep, and that's why I have a very good sleeping bag from Western Mountaineering. I'll link a video to that if you want to see it. But this was only to run during the daytime if it gets chilly and I want to take the edge off. Because when you're in your Western Mountaineering sleeping bag, trust me, you're warm. So when you get out, you're going to be cold. So it's kind of nice just to warm it up and take it off. Take the chill off is what it is. But you have to be very careful when you're using things like this. Now at the same time, you'll notice after all those floods, what people are enduring, they're living in tents and everything. And that is something to really think about if all of a sudden your house has got. The problem with a flood is if you've got all your equipment inside your house and then it gets taken out by a landslide, well, you just lost your sleeping bag, your backpack, and everything else. So that is something to really think about. But if you're going to be extremely prepared, paying attention to weather is very, very important. And not being afraid to put some gas in the tank and say, look, pack some stuff up, we're out of here. But this is a very, very impressive heater. It doesn't run off those little 1-pound tanks. This thing is amazing. And I think it's going to be around for a very long time. I'll have a link at the bottom. Check it out. And have a way to keep yourself warm. Catch you guys on the next one.